paper, because anything that you need to rewrite, you can put it on the back. So we're going to go ahead and start this one. I need to get rid of all that other stuff. What was that? That was 7R. All right. So here we go. So let's go ahead and start with this one. Now, the difference with today is it's mixed numbers. In other words, it's got whole numbers and fractions, but I gave you a very easy one that it shouldn't be difficult. So let's go ahead and start with this one. It is the same in that you need to get, oh, by the way, put that this is assignment number 21 in the upper right-hand corner. Go ahead and put that it's 21. Because I'll say one day, okay, Joe, you're missing 19, you're missing 18, you're missing 21. Find those assignments and get it for me. So make sure that you've got that. Then, let's go ahead and look at this one. Who knows? We still have to get a common denominator. Who thinks they know what the common denominator is before I say anything? Nobody knows? Not one person. It is 12. Yeah, if I put a little 4 and 6, 4 does not go into 6 perfectly, so I need to find the next multiple, which is 12, and 4 does go into 12. And by the way, it takes me 2 times 6 times 2 is 12, and 4 times 3 is 12. Okay. And it helps if you have that, because we're going to need that. Then, so we can start it here. 4 times what is going to give you 12? So go ahead and put your little tiny 3 here and a little tiny 3 here. That's as much as you can do on these problems. On this one, 6 times what will give you 12? 1 up, 6 times 2. So 2, 2. And then, so we don't have to use other paper. We'll just go ahead and flip it over. That's, who knows what this is going to be? 18, and what is this? 3 times 3 is what? 9 over 12. So we're going to put 18, we'll just do it on the back. 18 and 9 over 12. And usually with mixed numbers, you write them vertically up and down. And then we've got minus 5, and 1 times 2 is what? What's 1 times 2? 2 over 12. 5 and 2 over 12. So 5 and 2 over 12. And nobody saw that mistake? I put 9 over 10.
Can you keep it there?
Yeah, right. And then, by the way, this is number 11. And then we're ready to go. This is easy today because somebody comes in and they want 5 whole boxes from my store, which I can give him, and he wants 2 pieces. Well, I've got 9 loose pieces on my countertop, so yeah, I could give that to him. Monday, when you come back from the holiday, we won't be able to give it to him, and that's another issue. So 9 minus 2 is what? Is it 7? Over the 12 doesn't change. And 18 minus 5 is, what's 18 minus 5?
3.
Well, 8 minus 5 is 3, and then 1 minus nothing is 1. So I've got 13 boxes left over and 7 still on my counter. So 13 and 7 over 13 and 7 over 12. And then you need to, what is that? You need to find your answer, 13, and always make sure you find your answer. And if you don't find it, you need to call me over so we can help you figure out what went wrong before you walk out the door. And what you do on this puzzle is it's not necessary. I'm going to tell you what, because they're exact answers here, you don't need to do this puzzle at the bottom. But if you want to, because doing this already tells us that we found our answer. But if you want to, you cross out every U that you see. I cross out that U and that U. Everyone. When you're done crossing out all the letters that you find, you'll find the answer to what do mountains breathe through. All right. I think I know. All right. Then let's look at, I don't want to talk too much. Who thinks they know the common denominator for number 12?
9.
It's going to be 9. Very good. Because if I made a chart, 3 would go to 9. So this one is going to be times 3 times 3. Okay. All right. Then this one, we're going to do a little shortcut. I don't usually, except for the fact, oh, yeah. In fact, we're just going to do this right here. 2 times 3 is what? Is 6. And 3 times 3 is what? 9. Normally, I want you to rewrite the whole thing, but because I don't have to borrow, a guy comes in, he wants 3 whole boxes and 4 pieces. Do I have at least 4 pieces to give him? Yes, because this is my countertop. These are my loose pieces. So what's 6 minus 4?
2.
2. So I've got 2 pieces left over once I give him 4. And now the whole boxes. I had 6 whole boxes minus 3 whole boxes. What's 6 minus 3? Is 3. That's what I've got left in my store. And that cannot be reduced. So let's find that answer. 3n. Oh, here you go. So it is right here. And again, if you're doing the puzzle, you cross out all the F's. I think that's the only one I see. Alrighty. And then look at 13. Who knows the common denominator for problem 13?
15.
Very good. Awesome. So this one we're going to multiply by 3. And let's see how much of it we can do here. So let's just multiply it in our head. 2 times 3 is what?
6.
Is 6. 5 times 3 is what? 15. So there's our common denominator. So this guy comes in, he wants 49 whole boxes, which I can give him. And he wants 6 loose pieces for his friends in the car. And I've got 11 loose pieces here. So can I subtract?
Yes.
Yes. 11 minus 6 is what?
Yeah, it's 5.
People.
That's 5.
5. Thank you. Okay, so it's 5 over 15. And this is a little bit harder, so I'll bring it over here. 94 minus 49. 94 minus 49. So I have to pre-borrow, getting it from here. So who thinks they know what 14 minus 9 is?
45.
Well, that's the whole answer, but you're right. 14 minus 9 is 5, and then 8 minus 4 is 4. You're right. So this comes to, yes, very good. So, yes, this can be reduced. What goes into 5 and 15?
3.
People? 5. So we're dividing it by 5, dividing it by 5. Okay. These guys make me so mad. All right, so this is going to be 45, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So 45 and 1/3, is it there? And it's right here. And cross out all your R's. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do the 2 word problems, and then you guys are going to be done. So the word problems we have to do on the back. So it says, how much larger was his chest measurement than his waist measurement? How much is larger is one thing than the other? Who knows what you'd have to do? Would you have to add or subtract? You'd have to subtract. If you're finding the difference, how much larger is one thing than the other, it is going to be a subtraction. So Arnold Schwarzenegger's chest measurement was this. His waist was this. What do we have to do with those 2 numbers? Subtract to see how much larger one is than the other. So we'll flip it over. It's 56 7/8. So it is 56 7/8 minus, we're on number 14, 32 1/4. Can anybody see what the common denominator is?
8.
You guys are getting so good. Very good. It's going to be 8 because 4 does go into 8. So it's 8 and 8. And this 8 didn't change. And then 4 times what will give us 8? 2. So little tiny 2, little tiny 2. 1 times 2 is 2. And normally when I have this big mess, I usually go in here. I don't totally wipe it out. I don't, like an Angry Bird, color it all in. I just draw one line because my eye will take all of that mess away. So I'm just working with this and this. So 7/8 minus 2/8. What's that? 7 minus 2 is 5/8.
24.
And is this 20? It is 24. Good job. And this cannot be reduced. That's a big difference. Okay, so 24 and 5/8. And it's right here.
His chest is bigger than his.
Well, yeah.
What did he say?
All right, and then you cross out all of the I's.
Steroid taker.
Yeah, so that's what I think. But anyway, girls and boys, all right, listen carefully. Let's do this, set up the last word problem. How much heavier is his maximum weight basketball than the maximum weight baseball? Okay. So here's a basketball that's this many ounces. Here is a baseball, and here's a tennis ball. Which one of them do I not need? The tennis ball. Good job. I don't need this because they just want to know about the difference between the basketball and the baseball. So the basketball is 22 and 9/10. And the baseball is 5 1/2. And they want to know how much heavier is the basketball. So how much heavier? Somebody weighs 150 pounds, somebody weighs 120. How much heavier is the person that weighs 150? What do you have to do? Add or subtract? Subtract. So who thinks they know the common denominator? It's going to be 10. But I think someone's thinking that you multiply this one by 5 and you're correct. So this one you're going to make it a 10 and multiply it by what? By 5 on the bottom, 5 on the top. I'm just going to draw a line through here and put one little line. In case I need to come back and you don't find the answer, I need to see what those numbers were to see where the mistake was. So this is going to be, now we can subtract. 9 minus 5 is 4 over 10, and I think this is 17. Now, that 4 over 10, can it be slimmed down? Yes. Who thinks they know what it is?
2 over 5.
2 over 5. Good job. You guys are doing so, so good. Wow. You're better than what? Oh, well, you are better than some people. I can't say who. All right. But this is 17 2/5. Okay, and that's a poor choice of words. I'm not going to say better. You're picking it up very quickly, and you're understanding it, which is a big deal. All right, so 17 2/5 is right here, and then you cross off out all the T's. Again, you don't have to do this little puzzle if you don't want to, as long as you find your answer. Okay, girls and boys. Now, the only one that I want to talk about, does this guy want any pieces here on this number 9? He wants 17 whole boxes, but does he want any pieces at all?
No.
No. So I can just, if I want, I can put a 0 here. And then you're ready. You're ready to go. Okay.
He wants 17 boxes because maybe he needs to like fill the boxes.
For gifts, Christmas, that's it. He needs 17 boxes. Okay, girls and boys, all you need to do are these 10. You may do the rest of them right here, getting your common denominator. Find some spots around here to get your common denominator, unless you already know it. You can begin. I'm scared, but if you behave yourself, okay.